Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an unexplained phenomena video on doppelgangers. Uh, Doppelgangers are, for lack of a better term, doubles. This is an odd phenomenon, and it has been reported for thousands of years. And it's been reported all over the world. Different countries, different cultures, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different religions. Just there seems to be no rhyme or reason to who this phenomena latches onto. So we have no idea. I can't explain it. Nobody can. But here's the basic gist of it. The idea is that people see a copy of themselves in different nearby locations. This is different than a haunting because the person in question that you see, if you see a doppelganger, for example, the person is still alive. This is just a double that just appears. Okay? Crazy, isn't it? Many people seem to think it is a portent of their own demise. So if you see your own double, that's a sign that you're going to die. I don't know how accurate that is or whatever. If I see my own double, I'm going to laugh at him because he's an ugly old fat guy with no hair. Other people can apparently see these doubles. Many people have interacted with other people's doppelgangers. And there's a famous case. I honestly, I never even knew this was real. And then I was doing some research on something else, and I ran into this particular case, and I figured I better talk about this because this will give you an idea of, more of an idea of how this stuff happens. And this is not a singular case. This has happened a lot throughout history. Thousands and thousands of years this has been going on, more than 1,000 years. The famous case of Emily, Emile, Emily, Sagee, 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 I'm not sure how you pronounce it. She was a 32-year-old French woman. She worked in a bunch of different positions in a girls' school for 16 years. Emily never saw her own doppelganger, but other people did. This is the weird part. She never saw her own doppelganger. Other people saw it, and it was all over. Not in, like in nearby rooms and things like that. Tons of other people, over 40 people, reported this doppelganger. They knew she was someplace else, and this wasn't her, but it was her. Okay? It's, like I said, other rooms, across campus, that kind of thing. Students, at one point, this doppelganger appeared at the desk, and the students saw it, but it was kind of semi-translucent, and so they got up and approached it. The doppelganger did not seem to notice them. One student ran her hand through the image, the doppelganger, and it was kind of like the image slowed her hand down as it went through, so it became harder to push through inside the body of this doppelganger, but it still went through. Okay. Now, this particular woman, Emily, ended up being fired over this because there were too many complaints. The students' parents were afraid that this woman was being afflicted by demons or ghosts or whatever. So, it was a serious event for her because she got fired over it. Now, there's a lot of different theories about this. Some of the theories are that the individual in question that has these doppelgangers around is a psychic of some kind and is able to project these figures. Unconsciously, not willing to do it, but that kind of thing. It just accidentally they show up. Another theory is that this person is afflicted with something that allows other figures of them to show up from within the time stream. So in this case with this girl Emily, Sagee, I have no idea how to pronounce her last name, but anyway, her students saw the figure sitting at the desk. At some point, Emily was either had been sitting at the desk, which we know she had, or she was going to be sitting in the desk and it was from the future. So either a past or future version of her sitting in the desk where she was, or was going to, or had been sitting. That's a theory. Another theory is multiple universes. Excuse me. Multiple universes kind of touching a little bit. And this is the Emily in that other universe happened to be sitting there. She didn't notice them, so obviously, she wasn't aware, but, but for whatever reason, these doppelgangers do appear. They're very rare, obviously. Otherwise, everybody would be seeing them. But they do appear, and it is a serious situation. Again, don't know what causes them, but be on the lookout. If you see your loved one walking up the street towards you and they look kind of hazy, may not be them. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.